for Iris's sake. What do you say, Pikachu?
Kerber is unable to battle. Pikachu wins, which means the victor is Ash.
Mrs. Ripple, is something the matter?
Yes, there is. I can't seem to find Purloin anywhere.
I am so very sorry to hear that. Let me help you in your search.
It's Teak, yeah, versus Ash.
Right.
Oh boy, this is bound to be a great bout.
But I know who's gonna win. All right, Ash, Pikachu, do it! Execute!
Go Galvantula!
But how come you're not going to use Vanillite?
I already decided if I made it to the finals, I was going to choose my Galvantula.
Electric types, huh? We're going to win.
All right, begin.
Pikachu, let's go.
Purloin's not here either.
I wonder if it went back to the room.
I'll bet that you're right. We should go have a look.
Pikachu, use Thunderbolt.
All right, use Thunderbolt too.
Hang in there, Pikachu.
Uh-oh.
Job well done, Roselia.
Thank you for your patience. We had some trouble with the electrical system, but everything is now up and running perfectly. Please continue with the battles.
All right, let's keep going.
Warthog! What happened? Are you all right?
Mr. Shaw, what are you doing here?
It's gone. Somebody stole it. The Eye of Life, gone.
Oh no, it can't be.
Mrs. Ripple.
All right, Signal Beam.
Dodge and use Iron Tail.
Galvantula is unable to battle. Pikachu wins, which means the winners of the Marine Cup tournament are Ash and Pikachu.
Congratulations!
You really demonstrated Pikachu's sharp-edged attacks with a sparkling victory. Purloin, oh no! What are you doing?
Knock it off, Purloin.
Why is Purloin so upset?
Who's that Pokemon? Oh, the Eye of Lifer is missing for real?
Yes, I'm afraid that it vanished without a trace during the Marine Cup tournament.
Don't be upset, Lodgehog, please. Someone else is to blame, not you.
Are you saying someone stole it?
That's correct. In fact, the crew is conducting a thorough search of the ship as we speak. A gem disappears from a locked room. I smell the rotten and distasteful stench of a crime. Which means it's detective time! You leave everything to connoisseur Detective Silent.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Now, if somebody did steal it, the main suspect would have to be Mr. Shaw. I suggest we investigate his actions first.
If I've told you once, I've told you a million times, Captain. I admit that it's true. I entered Mrs. Ripple's room without her permission. But it was only to get a closer look at the Eye of Lipard. I would never think of stealing it.
You wouldn't? Really? We'd like you to see something.
Mrs. Ripple and I had made a previous agreement to have a camera installed in the room with the gems.
No!
Because of an electronic glitch, the picture gets cut off for a few seconds.
Oh, it's gone.
I swear, it wasn't me. The gem briefcase was wide open by the time I entered the room. The Eye of Lipwood was already gone by then. Believe me.
Mr. Shaw, I don't like this any more than you do, but I'm going to have to ask you to stay in this room for the time being. I'm sorry.
It's got to be him. Look, I know the camera blacked out for a second, but I'm sure he stole it. Actually,
Hold on. Mr. Shaw said he didn't steal it.
Viva.
We performed a thorough search of all of his belongings, but the fact remains the Eye of Lipwood wasn't anywhere to be found.
He must have hidden it somewhere then. Let's go and look. Yeah.
Hold it right there!
What?
There's no doubt Mr. Shaw wanted the Eye of Lipwood, so that means he must have stolen it. Yes, that is a logical assumption. But does that guarantee the assumption is accurate?
Huh?
It's true that Mr. Shaw caused Watchhog to fall asleep and then crept into Mrs. Ripple's gem room. But sometimes the obvious can cause people to jump to conclusions. And that mistake could very well lead us away from the truth.
I guess so. Then you figured out who really did it, right?
Honestly, I haven't the slightest idea. See, I've never encountered a mystery quite like this before, so... Let's see. Watchhog fell asleep, and then Mr. Shaw entered the room. But the gem was already gone. Will you please stop staring at me when I'm right in the middle of my thinking time?
Sounds like Purloin knows something.
Huh? The Eye of Lipwood? I was battling in the tournament the whole time. I had nothing to do with it. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm exhausted. I'll see you later.
Wait, Teak.
Hold a second. Remember back when Purloin jumped onto Teak?
But Teak was battling with Ash when the Eye of Lipwood was stolen. I don't see how he could have had anything to do with it. It just doesn't make any sense.
I'd sure like to know what Purloin knows.
Wait just a sec. If memory serves me well, the gem disappeared during the blackout. So we need to figure out the blackout's cause. The security camera. The briefcase placed on top of the table.
What's the matter?
Viva.
The carpet is wet. That's how it was done.
Huh?
There's no mystery in the world that can't be solved. And this is no exception.
You okay, Mrs. Ripple?
Viva.
Yes, I'm fine now.
Why do you keep wasting my time? Sorry to bother you again. Just listen, please. All right, everyone's here. As you all know, Mrs. Ripple's gem, the Eye of Lipwood, disappeared from her cabin. I, connoisseur Detective Silent, will explain how it happened and unravel the mystery that took place inside that locked room. I'm convinced that the theft occurred during the Marine Cup tournament's final round. The Eye of Lipwood was stolen during the last battle between Ash and Teak. Iris, where were you and what were you doing at that time?
Me? I was cheering for Ash with you. That's you.
And you, Porter? I was out searching the ship for Purloin along with Mrs. Ripple. And Mr. Shaw.
Now look, I am not the one who stole the gem, and that's the honest truth.
Mr. Shaw, you've got to calm down.
Purloin, please. We need to know where you were.
Purloin.
Huh? You were in Mrs. Ripple's room? Is that true? It is. I saw Purloin come through the closet door. Therefore, Purloin had to have witnessed the entire crime. Elementary. It knows who the culprit is.
I don't know if this is a good idea.